السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا، ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به، واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا، أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين، لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم، والحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we are continuing studying the 11th word, the purpose of being in this world. Why are we in this world? And we have been studying for a long time. This is the 11th week. So it's a long way, inshallah. Now, let's see. The 6th. What are our duties here? Of course, we have other starting points mentioned earlier on. Now we are on the 6th. What is this? To consciously observe the salutations of living beings to their creator, known as the manifestations of life, and their glorifications of their maker, known as the signs of life, and their worship of the bestower of life, known as the aims of life. And by reflecting on them, to see them, and through testifying to them, to display them. No, I think the author is speaking about something strange. Here, it looks in this way. Why? First of all, salutations of living beings to their creator. How do they do that? They are mostly inanimate beings. How do they salute? Salutations, biliyorsun, salutations. Do you have any problem with this word? Paying respect and what else? And not only paying respect, but also obedience. For example, in the army, the soldiers salute their commanders. What does it mean? I really appreciate your authority, your position, but also I am ready to be in your service. Please let me know what to do. That is what I understood from salutations. How about this? Beings, living beings or non-being beings, what do they do that? Arona, are you keeping your video that you are aware, or if you are aware, that's it. But if it is a mistake, you have to take for Saad also. Videos are, it looks open here. I don't know whether, I don't see you. Let's read the following of the sentence so understand what does he really mean. He's saying very strange things now. Known as the manifestations of life. Yeah, they are alive. Living beings are alive. I understand this. and manifestations of their life. Yeah, but are they conscious really that they show, they salute their creator? Oh, that is a problem. That's a question. Are they really? Let's see. These are my questions. And their glorifications of their maker. I haven't seen any plant, any animal, glorifying their maker. Okay, this is still a problem, known as the signs of life. A little bit, I get some help here. Through the signs of their life, in fact, these signs glorifies their maker. These signs manifested their life and glorifies their maker. Let's leave it there. And their worship of the bestower of life. They are worshiping the one who gave them life. Worshiping? Really? I question. Really? Worshiping? But what we understand, I'm just looking at the text within a generally known cultural religious understanding. And so far, it doesn't make sense. So far, within the conditions of the cultural inherited religion, doesn't make sense to me. And by reflecting on them, to see them, and through satisfying to them, to display them. Now, I think we have been reading the text, reminding the human beings, the readers, you and me, of course. And if you are a conscious observer, you are expected to see this picture this paragraph presents to us. Not that only the text is talking about their perspective, what I am as a human being expected to observe in the universe. When I look at the universe, please don't misunderstand me. I don't want to insult anybody's honor. Of course, animals have eyes as well. They look at the world. They see, this is what I need to eat. I like this. And their communication level seems to be at this stage, at this level. So human beings are not expected to have a communication relationship with the world like animals. We are expected to use our consciousness. And our consciousness requires that I have to see what is going on in the world, in this world. As a conscious being, of course, I have to interpret their language, which is active language, the way they act, the way they present in their being. As a conscious being, I have to look at them. What do they mean, really? Really, what do they mean? For example, if someone, my typical example, I repeat this example almost every discussion here in the class. When I look at a picture or painting, typical a piece of art. As far as I am concerned, I have to look at the piece of art and see that, let's say I have a friend next to me now, really. So I'm telling this friend as well. Together, let's say we are in the exhibition hall. Let's assume, although I have no claim at all, I understand the value of art. I am somehow it is within my expertise. Just example, I'm not at all. I know that. So I am telling to my look, look what? No, my friend here, his name is. Do you mind telling you? No, awesome. Yeah. So some people mind. That's why I have to ask him. So I know you would say you don't mind, yeah, but still I have to ask. That's my responsibility. So Asim says, "How do you know?" You look at the painting. It says, "My artist is so skilled in art, and he beautified me. If it wasn't due to my artist's choice, I would be just a meaningless paint material. Now I became precious because of the desire, preference of my artist. Oh, and my friend Asim says, yeah, I think you are right. Does it make sense now?
Yeah.
Now, in order to understand this kind of approach to the creation and have a relationship with the world, we have to get out of our cultural religion. What's inherited traditional understanding of, yes, I am a Muslim, I was born in a Muslim world. That is what we learned about Islam. I know how to read the last 10 surahs, sections of the Quran, and sometimes I pray as well. No, I am a Muslim. Then this paragraph doesn't make sense to these kind of people, which is the general body, but you are not. You are intelligent here. That's why you are here. Otherwise, you would just follow, okay, be a religious man. Don't try not to miss your prayer. Correct. These are all very precious things, but there's a but there. You have to have a worldview according to your capacity. No more, no less. You have to, you and I have to spend time, spare time, spend energy in order to get a deeper, as much as deeper understanding of the message of the Quran. This text presents the message of the Quran to me. That is what the Quran says. Everything glorifies God. Of course, we read this, memorize even. يسبح له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. Oh, I'm very good hafiz, but it's good. We have to get to know the Quran, but at the same time, we have to know, يسبح, what does it mean? What does it mean? Whatever is in the heaven, whatever is in the on the earth, they all glorify their creator. Really? How? This is what we are learning from this text, or the author, from this author. How are we going to have a live, or live, I think, if my language is wrong, live interaction with the world? How are we going to do it? This is a great problem for us, because according to us, as all of us were educated or gone through the secular education, with no exception. No one can say that I wasn't I am not even, forget about wasn't, I am not even now under the influence of secular education. We have to be conscious. We have to admit our reality. We are all productions of secular culture. So according to secular culture, the world is divided into two. What are they? Animate beings, inanimate beings. Animate beings are divided into two. What are they? Animals, plants. Plants are ever-living plants or some such division. All right? I learn all of them. I'm specialized, or somebody may be specialized in botany. So in botanics, what do? They know which plant grows in which conditions, what kind of climate they need. What are they for? I'm going to start a flower business. Nowadays, it is doing good money. So I have to know how to take care of my flowers. So it's my business, man. Okay. How about the purpose of your life, purpose of the existence of this universe? I have to take care of my life. I have to take care of my needs. Look at this. This is the world we are indoctrinated with. I have to take care of my bodily life. How about my spirit? What are you talking about? What do you mean by spirit? If you have a psychological problem, you can go and take some therapy from an advisor or consultant. So you can get some advice from the consultant. This is called psychology or a psychological or psychotherapists, whatever they call it. You can go there and get some advice in order to settle down what is influenced by the society, influenced by your family background, childhood. So you are innocent. Just because somebody affected you, that is why you are suffering. How about my own free will? What is that free will? That's how we are. That is what we are educated with in this world, giving this impression to us or giving this worldview to us. That's why our relationship with religion is so diminished what we have inherited from our forefathers. That's why this kind of worldview interacting with the world is so strange to the people of this age. I know from my own professional experience, from the students, my students in the college I work, when I speak in this way, they look at me in vacuum like this. What? Oh, this man is something from artist from Mars, I think. What is he talking about? Religion means that you have to encourage me not to miss my prayer, not to miss my fast. Yeah. Did I talk about it? No. Did I encourage them to not to miss praise? Yes, but not in my lecture, because it is already told through thousands of videos everywhere in the masjid, what they hear all this. I'm not blaming, it is necessary. They have to learn, but it is just a starting point. But we have to go into the message that when we call Allah, what do we mean by it? God, what do we mean by it? When we say after death, how do you know? Really? Oh, that is what the Quran says. Yeah. Do you believe? Yeah, I am a Muslim. I have to believe what the Quran says. Why? Because I am a Muslim. Because our Muslim identity directs us just to learn what the culture has and believe in it. What do you mean by believe? Accepting it. Why? Because I'm a Muslim. This vicious understanding circle, this is just repeating myself. I never was aware of it before I was introduced to this author, to these books. I didn't know before. It was so strange to me. That's why I'm trying to also draw your attention to the importance of this perspective of the purpose of my life. It doesn't mean that I should, of course, there's no need, but if I know there's no need to say this, I know for you, but if we don't mention it separately, independently from our discussion, they will say these people ignore their responsibility towards their body. They say, your body has a right. You have to do it, all right? Your body has a right, yes. I can get 1 or 2 plates of food, and that's my body desires. And get a room, a shelter, that's it. I can sleep on the floor, doesn't matter. But what my human spirit requires, what are you talking about? As far as the teachings of this civilization of the world, including Muslim world, what are you talking about? But we have some religious responsibility. Yeah, go to the masjid, okay? Is it bad to go to the masjid? Definitely not. We have to join the community. But some people may not be able to go beyond this, but you intellectual people, all of them are at least university graduates. At least. Okay. Can you not really, can you become a chemist, for example, chemist, by just saying that my parents are chemists? That is the disaster of this civilization put us, unfortunately. Enabe says something. Let me read. Enabe is here. I'm pleased to see Enabe here, mashallah. They're two here. Anyway, all our friends, Hilal, Hane, mashallah. So, Enabe says, do we believe in Allah because we are Muslims, or are we Muslims because we believe in Allah? That's a good question. Of course, we have to define in Arabic what belief is. We are always, I understand in Arabic, you don't worry about it. I'm not speaking to you because of this sentence that you really sign this sentence or really confirm this sentence. Because even when I say, because I believe in Allah, in God, this is why I am a Muslim. That's a good start, but just a start. We should not cheat ourselves. This is just a start. Why? We have to define what belief is, what belief in Allah, God, means. I mean, that when you say Allah doesn't mean that you have a right belief. When you say God, it is just foreign God. It doesn't solve the problem. Whether you say Allah, you say God, is the same. English, is Quranic, Arabic. That's it. So what do we mean by belief? I think we have to discuss this fundamental concept. What is belief? Now, we may have a traditional, I call it in English, Sunday school definition of belief, what Allah revealed to the heart of the Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu wassalam, and we believe whatever he received and conveyed to us. Why? Because we have to believe. Yeah, it is belief. Belief is not information. Belief is not knowledge. Knowing that in Islam, people believe in God, it is not belief. It is just information. Knowing that in our religion, we have to believe in the hereafter is not belief. It is knowledge. Belief needs evidence, and on this evidence, based on my rational, emotional feeling, which is called heart, conviction, certainty, but without evidence, I cannot be certain about anything. So, what is our evidence to have a belief in something? Belief must have some signs based on. And where do they get the sign? I'm going into details. I know that is too much, but it is necessary, as far as I know. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Where can I get evidence to believe in the creator of the universe, which I've never seen, and it doesn't seem to be likely that I will ever see, because it is not in this world. I cannot see anything which is not in this universe. I cannot see it. But I have to believe. Now, we have to define what belief is. Belief, I have to have an observable, experiential evidence through my human consciousness. What is this human consciousness? Human consciousness means using my intelligence, using my feelings, all together as a human being. I have to have a full certainty in my conclusion. If I am absolutely sure, based on evidence, based on science, then my mind says, yeah, it must be so. My heart, my feelings say, that is what I am looking for. That is my aim. That is belief. Now, another definition we have to make for the word God or Allah, doesn't matter. It's the same. God. What do I mean by God? By definition, by definition, God is the creator of the universe. That is universally accepted. If someone says God, but if you ask a Buddhist, Hindus, they will say, this is God. Really? The one who created you? No, don't be ridiculous, man. It is just a symbol of God. Now, not in this sense, symbol of God on earth. Real, the creator. If you ask a Hindu, by the way, do you really believe that there is a creator of the universe? Of course, this is a symbol of it. Okay. How do you believe in the creator of the universe? How do you believe that? How do you confirm it? Of course, there is only one way. Again, my classical, famous in this discussions, some of them you say, this man doesn't know anything else but this example. Yeah, I mean, I love simple examples which convinces me. Again, I am in the exhibition hall. My friend Asim is next to me, and I am here. And I mean, just an example, of course. I am an expert on science, art. So I am speaking to my friend, saying that, look, I'm looking at a piece of art. whatever it is. You know, the artist wanted to express this because he wanted to tell us that this is symbolized symbolization or symbolizing a happy man's face. That is what it is expressed here, or the beauty of something, whatever, wonder of something. Or my friend says, really? You are looking at a piece of metal or paper or canvas or maybe bronze or marble, stone. They make art out of them. Okay. How do you do the artist? What is artist? It is a stone, man. What is artist? No, but this man doesn't understand anything of art. Just opposite, in fact. I don't, but he does. Anyways, this is example. I have to speak with an example. So I say, stone? Can stone by itself become as a piece of art like this, so beautiful, so meaningful, so exciting? I really love it. I want to pay such and such amount of money to have this art if I can convince the artist of this art. What? It's a piece of stone, man. What are you going to pay this amount of money? Well, of course, he understands later on if I explain it. The value of artist, quality of artist must be observed in something not necessarily material, but observable, experiential. That I can experience it through my intelligence, through my feelings as a human being. Human being is not only intelligence, neither are they feelings, both together. These are just general description of human side, not the body. Of course, we have to define human beings as human beings. So we love art not through our flesh and bone, or how do you say, meat or whatever. Yeah, flesh and bone and blood. They don't appreciate the art, but as a human being, I can, and I am able to do that. So I have to use my human side in order to understand the language, the message of the art, and conclude that this piece of art is declaring, glorifying the quality of the artist. Is it difficult? No. Do you have to have an art class or education? Do you have to go to an art college in order to understand how this process works? No, I have never been there. And I don't think this author also has ever taken any art class at all in order to understand the value of the art of the universe manifested everywhere in the universe. No, but as a human being, but one condition, just take my life. I have to take my life seriously. And as a human being, I have to question my life. That is missing in general. I'm not saying missing in you, because if it was the case with you, you wouldn't be here. We always talk about this subject's responsibilities, and those people who are not interested in this responsibility, picking up this responsibility, they don't come to our class. They say these people are making philosophy, I think, or they are just really making intellectual exercises, I think. But it's not really religious activity for them. But we ask for me, and I'm sure it is for you too, it is fully religious activity. Fully religious activity to me. Why? Their belief in God must go through these stages. And then you come back, say that this universe is witnessing to me, everything in the universe, about the quality of their artist, announcing it. We have to have this lens or this glasses. Through these glasses, we have to look at the universe. What is this glass? Glass to see the universe through humanity. Just be careful. We have to be careful. So simple. I am a human being. But nowadays, what this civilization taught us, we are human beings. We have to have a nice house, nice car, nice technology to make the difference between stable and my house. This is the human house. Stable is the animal house. That is how, at most, this civilization offers us to make the distinction between animal and house. Why? Why do they make this distinction? Because in order to satisfy your material needs, which has no end for satisfaction, to buy, to contribute economy, so that this economy is based on, of course, some capital of some other people, so they have to make money. So that is why when they really come into or fall into their interest, they say, you are a human being, man. You must have an honored life or honorable life. Huh? You have to have a nice clothes, nice house, nice gadgets in your house, and also you have to have the higher technology. That is what this century is giving us. So we have to be thankful to scientific research and follow them like a robot, whatever they say, not using the production, but their interpretation of what the reality of this world is. It means really materialistic worldview. They say it happens by itself. There is no art. No, you know, we see that in time. Let's say we are looking at a sculpture made of marble. You know what? In time, marble is subject to change of climate. They change. Sometimes they fall into the river as river moves, and then it gets another shape. You see there are different kinds of stones, and we are talking about the sculpture. And accidentally, this piece of marble evolved into a sculpture, this shape. They don't talk about art. No, they don't say art. They say it is a sculpture. Under the influence of the social values, we attribute some sort of quality or value to this kind of evolved pieces of marble. You say, no, it is metric. So, your mic is open. Would you like to speak? So it is so symmetric. It is so formed in such a way that my feelings, not the materialistic civilization affected me, not my illiterate parents affected me that I should love art. They didn't have any time, any capacity. Even if you ask them art, they will say, what are you talking about? I'm not under the influence of my family. I am not under the influence of this civilization, because this civilization doesn't teach me the value of art. They teach me some self-evolved piece of marbles. This is what the universe is. You say, look, it is impossible. And what they say in the response, don't you think that this marble is changing? In 1 million years, yeah, it may change, it may crack, it may, fall or something. Yeah, if this change happened to be in this form, this is what their theory tells. You say, but even 1 million years is not accidentally lets this piece of marble become this meaningful, beautiful piece of art. You say, because you are so narrow-minded, man. This evolvement took place in 13.8 billion years. It may happen, man. It's a long life. Oh, yeah. Why 13.8 billion years? Science has to speak with precision. They formulate everything in order to look precision. I was amazed listening to one of the famous scientists of the world nowadays, okay? On the video, of course. And he says, we can formulate and write the mathematical equations about everything, starting from, be careful here, the language, be careful. Starting from 0.89 something, make a very complicated number. Well, I didn't memorize it because that's just trash. Why should I keep my mind with it? So giving the impression that 0 point, be careful, not even 1. A 0 point such as numbers after the first explosion, Big Bang. You say, oh, these scientists are so precise, man. After the explosion, this Big Bang explosion, what are you talking about? There must be something happened. What is that? Must be something happened. So that the universe started expanding. You can calculate how the universe, how fast the universe is expanding, all right? But it doesn't mean that you explain the existence of the universe. You explain the existence of, source of existence of explosion. You have to explain the source of existence of expansion. You have to explain the source of all these changes going on within a perfect order in the universe. That is why you scientists could make equations, because order is so perfect that these equations really correct according to the perfection of the order of the universe. But please explain me the source of existence of this perfection in the order of the universe. Order of the universe means how the universe is coming into existence. But you start, after came into existence, calculating the time span. Doesn't mean anything really. But you say, give a so precise number, 0.11111 something, seconds after the explosion. They are worse. These are those people who make this, not every scientist, of course, to try to impose people's minds with this kind of languages and impose their materialistic idea so that everyone will become nothing but consumers, slaves of certain activities going on in this world. You know, political, economical, social, whatever, the status, human, everybody is looking for a status in life, etc., etc., etc. So we have to be very careful not to be carried away with the way they use, with the formulations, equations they present to us, so complicated. You say it doesn't make any sense to me. Of course you don't know, that's why, but we know. So we have to trust us. These are the, I always liken this in the example given in the Quran, magicians of Pharaoh before Moses. God's message. God's message says, you are created. They say, no, no, we are not created. How come you came into existence? Just it happened, man. How do you know? Oh, it happened 13-something billion years ago, and you can calculate how it is developing. You know, well, I can say, I can calculate how this machine is working. It doesn't mean that I explained the existence of machine. It doesn't mean never. How this machine came into existence as a machine, as a computer, or I call it, people call it laptop, yeah. As a laptop, how it came into existence. You are saying, I know how it works. Yeah, but the one who brought it into existence designed and made it in such a way that the universe, the laptop in this example, should work in this way according to the will of the maker, engineer. Will of the engineer. He chose it to act in this way. You didn't explain anything as far as the existence of the laptop is concerned. Nothing. They are really very good magicians. That's why we have to get out of this habit of thinking and have a new worldview, try to see the signs, the meaning in the existence of every being, not only certain things, every single being. There are signs. That is why afterwards, after coming to a conclusion that this universe is meaningful, come on, I cannot say it is just happened by itself accidentally. I cannot say it is developed by itself accidentally. It became perfect. Why? It happened. I don't know why, but it happened. It is happening. Don't you see everything is perfectly working? Yeah, that is the result. This is so simplistic. I cannot say this. I cannot really buy into it. When I start saying that, look, these people are deliberately running away from understanding the reality of my existence. I am a conscious being. I know what is going on. I can question what my duties is as a being, as a human being, because my consciousness always has to say, what are you doing in this world? At the end, you are brought in this world. You didn't come yourself. Consciously, deliberately prepared, and you and your home, the universe, is perfectly arranged, responding to each other. There is a deliberate birth in our life, starting life in this world. And then somebody takes care of you. It is employed again by the creator, your creator. You have to take care of the baby. No one can ignore it. No one, maybe one to two people out of 6 billion of the world population now. Two crazy people for any reason. Otherwise, everybody believe in God or not, regardless, everybody takes care of the need of the baby and they love it. So they may really say, complain it and say, okay, if you are complaining about the baby, give it to me. No. So what? You are complaining about the baby. Yeah, but still it's my baby. That is how we are employed as parents to take care of the children, the needs of the children. And afterwards you grow and declare your independence, of course, saying that your parents know nothing, etc. But your parents are backward thinking people, always the young. When I was young, I was thinking in this way as well. So it is quite normal, so that I had to declare my independence. So take up my responsibility. That is how I am engineered to the manufacturer setting. This is my manufacturer setting. So I cannot get out of it. It is by nature. So it is my creation, how I am created. So I have to take care of myself and I have to learn how to live in this world, particularly why should I bother about my life? Because the one who gives me life gives also death. Oh, what do you think? It's a crazy one. What is he doing? He gave me life. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I became familiar with it. Now, at the end, he's going to kill me. Oh, come on. Is there any sign that the creator of me is a crazy one? No, I don't see nothing. Nothing in the universe is crazy happening. In my life also nothing is happening in my life as a sign of craziness. So what was the purpose? There must be a really hidden purpose there. I have to think about it. That is our main responsibility, and the aim of the author of this text we are reading is to remind us what our real responsibility is. The other one is, okay, secondary. Take your body. It takes 1 hour, 2 hours a day, maybe at the most, but we made it 10 hours because we have to pay rent, we have to pay taxes, we have to pay insurance, we have to have a car, we have to have a 5-bedroom house, the big garden. What are you going to do it? It looks nice. That is so simplistic way of understanding life. Inabe. Okay, Inabe, I think everyone who writes, who speaks, who expresses her feeling, his or her feeling, and also concerns, comments, questions. Well, but I think you have no question, but share your feeling. If you have, please go ahead. Believe, because I have to explain this. Questions help me understand which point is missed in our discussion. And Abe writes, belief, witnessing evidence that is convincing. I'm trying to read it from distance, but I don't have the glasses right now. So, sorry, let me read it in Abe. If you put another whatever you call it, chat box, bubbles or whatever, it goes up. So belief, witnessing evidence that is convincing and that brings me an experience of full safety in my perception. Sometimes in English, we say to rest assured, sorry. I think rest assured, it means that we reach a level of conviction that all opposing viewpoints or potential conflicts are no longer existent. Yeah, that is with a very good conclusion, mashallah. Class notes, one condition for witnessing, take life as intentionally put here for you and consider that your sight and capacity is in relation to this life. Consider that event, I should have my glasses. Consider that even though we are Muslims and familiar with Islamic information, that's good word here, we are familiar with Islamic information. I'm sure you are conscious of the word used here. Islamic information, nothing to do with belief. Information, our default perception on life is one of the mundane experience and randomness. I would add one word here. Our default expectation on life, as we are taught in education system, is one of the mundane existence and randomness. This perception yields our missing intentional signs that are perceived through our human potentials and capacities. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is what I understand, Ali. I thought it would be helpful to share with a student helpful to share what a student is understanding from what you say. Thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because you summarized my scattered language into a perfect form. So that is why, how are we going to turn our claim to be Muslim into a genuine believer, really, mu'min in the language of the Quran. When we go back to the religion that I claim to be a member of, a follower of, religion says everything is meaningful, life has a purpose, and you have a creator who is in ghaib, but you can only know and confirm his existence to make sure you feel comfortable, your heart will be comfortable if you study the universe seriously, and I will help you, the Quran is speaking now, I will help you how you can benefit from your human capacity as well as from the universe at the most level for you. You say, that is really my conclusion. But since this conclusion coincides perfectly with the information I hear from Islamic heritage, so I have to go and investigate it and start studying the Quran, start learning how to study the Quran first without, for example, taking the freshman, sophomore classes. You cannot become a student, or you cannot read the fourth final year biology book. When my students sometimes offer coming from the class, come to my office, and they have biology books, or especially this very frightening not mathematics, calculus 1, calculus 2. I opened them, it doesn't mean anything to me. But it is English. Yeah, it is in English. I understand some English, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Why? I did not educate myself how to really read and benefit from calculus book. What we want to do, we would say, okay, I'm going to study the Quran. Oh, I'm speaking in practical terms, and inshallah, I'll stop in a few minutes. Now, I'm studying the Quran. Quran is our sacred book. What do? Take a translation or Arabic, doesn't matter really, and start reading it, and translation or understand. If you are a native Arabic speaker, you can use your native Arabic language in order to understand the apparent meaning of the Quran 10%. So don't think the native Arabic speakers understand the Quran. They understand the apparent meaning, but even the apparent meaning only 10%. They say he's talking about Nuh. Nuh's flood. That's that I understand. Perfect, mashallah. So, but it doesn't mean anything, really, almost anything. So it is a preparation, it is a means, but you have to first learn how to read the Quran. That's what we are reading this author's book. It prepares us how to get ready, how to study the Quran. So together with the help of these kind of books, which help us prepare ourselves to get in touch with the revelation, word of God. That's what we are here. So when you read this paragraph and really understand what this paragraph is saying, when you go to the Quran, and then when you reading the Quran, يُسَبِّحُ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Everything in the earth, in heaven, whatever, everything, including everything, all the world, glorifies God. They say, oh yeah, really they are. So you benefit from it. You understand the special vocabulary concepts of the Quran that introduces to us. They are not Arabic. Yusabbihu is Arabic, but not Quranic. It's nothing to do with Quranic concept. In Arabic, Yusabbihu means you can take a tasbih in your hand and repeat certain good words, not bad words. Of course, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. But you say subhanallah with the tasbih, then what I'm doing tasbih. What are you doing? This is not tasbih. This tasbih is not maybe even not done by a stone. You are a human being, so you have to glorify. How are you going to glorify? That is what we need training ourselves. That is what I have got today. When I read this text before and got this word, I mean, how do you say, highlighted this sentence: salutations of living beings to other to living beings, salutations of living beings to their creator. What does it mean? It is so strange to Muslim culture, general public culture. What does it mean? So I said, inshallah, in this class, we can clarify this phrase only. Alhamdulillah, we are done. So I feel that, inshallah, we benefit from the text now. Thank you very much. Anyone else to say anything, to share anything? Otherwise, we have to stop. It is already 10 minutes late. No? Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum in alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.